Hello there, my name is Keith Carrier. My profession is as a cobbler, and today we're going to discuss how to spray paint your shoes. And this was taught to me 20 years ago when I was an apprentice. Well, over 20 years ago anyway. But I'm going to pinpoint to you the things that you need. First thing that you need is a newspaper. You'll need a whole newspaper. You'll also need stripper. You'll also need colour change for the edge of the shoes. So once you've finished painting the uppers, you've got to paint the edge. Now a spray can of shoe spray. This one is dark brown. This is what we're going to be doing on this pair of shoes. And once you have finished spray painting, you'll need renovating polish. So it brings it up to a lovely shine. And of course, you'll need a couple of brushes to paint the edge of the shoes. Horsehair is best. You'll also need a rag, which is going to be used to take the shine off the shoes using the stripper. Now, when it comes to stuffing the shoes with newspaper, I like to use the end of a small hammer. So if you're wondering why I have this, that's what it's for. And last of all, masking tape. Shoe repairer's best friend. So okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you first of all how to stuff your pair of shoes with newspaper. Now the reason why we do this is there's creases, and we need to get those creases out. We need to puff the shoes up so that these creases here are taken out. So when we use the stripper here, we're able to get right into these creases and remove the grime, the grease, and overall it makes a better job. Now this was taught to me 20 years ago. Now I'm certain that there's other people out there that think of a different way, but I remember the old school people of how they taught me, and I haven't looked away. Now what we do is we grab our little bits of newspaper and we roll it in a ball. And we start putting it inside the shoe. Now on the other shoe I actually used 13 pages. So when I say you're going to need a whole newspaper, you probably will. But just little balls, and you stuff it in. And you just keep stuffing it in. It's good to do this in front of the TV, I think. Having a cuppa at the same time. So that's basically, for me, it's more ideal. And, so after we put a few in, what we do is we press it in there. Nice and tight, nice and firm. And we keep doing that until we get something like this. As you can see, that's all pushed right in there. Push some of it through with my fingers, or push some of it using the end of the hammer, but it's all firm, very firm, and that is important. That's one of the key elements, and it makes finishing your shoes all the much better. So I'm not going to continue with this one because we ain't got that much time. So the next step after this is to grab your stripper. Because I do this for a living, I'm going to use a bigger one. But usually this bottle, this 50ml bottle, will do the job for you. And what you do is basically wet your cloth, put your finger in like that, and start going around, taking the shine off your shoes. getting rid of any grime, any dirt, any wax, and we just continue that job all the way through. Not hard, just takes a bit of time, a bit of patience, and that's one of the keys to being successful in this, is just a bit of time, a bit of patience, a bit of preparation, and that's very important. So make sure you get plenty on your rag. You don't have to soak it, and you just go through on your edges, go through the rest of the shoe. Make sure you get into the stitching here. Now, one of the beauties of stuffing your shoe full of newspaper is, as you can see, I'm having no trouble at all wiping this off. So basically this is going to take, I think, nearly up to 10 minutes to do. So you just work your way along. I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to keep going, but I'll show you. We'll start again when it's fully stripped. But when you're using stripper, make sure you're in a ventilated area. Very important. Once they're stripped, what you do is you grab your masking tape, take some bits off. Now, and we go along and we tape all the way along. So when you go to spray your shoes, you're not going to have all this paint everywhere. And if you decide that you do not want to paint the edge of your shoes, you think, oh, the finish on those is good enough for you, then voila, you can leave them alone. So that's quite good. And all you do is just fold that down. Now you go along all the way through your whole shoe, all the way around here. Okay. Now you're probably wondering what we do with a strap or a buckle. Well, with the buckle, just simply tape her up. Okay. So goes in around there. And around there. And just, we'll finish the top off with another little piece. And that lovely and easy. Look, you can see that. Okay, that didn't take long at all, did it? But of course, I haven't finished stripping them. I'm just showing you this. Now, the strap here. Excuse me for a moment. I made a mistake. We're going to use a little piece of string. And as soon as we can find an end here, but basically just tie a knot in your string, poke it through here and stick it underneath, so allowing that to be open. Oh, here's the end. So just quite simply poke it through the strap hole. See that? Got a little knot in it. Cut the end of your knot off. See? Now if I stick this underneath, like that, when it comes to spraying the job, I can get underneath, I can get all around. So we'll catch you when I finish stripping this, and it'll be all taped up, and we'll carry on next time. Right. Thank you. Bye-bye.